Hey guys, it's Sunday and I haven't been on here forever, so I wanted to come on. So I was in California last week. We went to the Natural Products Expo, which is a fantastic, almost like trick-or-treating for people who love super healthy stuff. Lots of food vendors and body care and herbs and supplements, and it's just gigantic at the Anaheim Convention Center. So that was great. We took our youngest with us. She's 9. This is her second time there. I think 2014? I think 2014 may have been when she went with us the first time. And then we got to do a full day and night at Disney while we were out there, which is super cool. So I've been trying to squeeze in a little bit of time with these guys. I got them changed and just look at them when I can, take some photos. Some people may be wondering why they are sleeping together in this Moses basket and where Niklaus is. I did put up a video when he left, so but just in case you didn't see that, Niklaus is in England right now. He was getting a couple of enhancements, just a couple of things that I wished had been slightly different when he first came, and his artist agreed no problem to actually really just one adjustment, and then he's going to get a touch-up on his varnish in a couple of spots that arrived very smooth when he first came to me in the fall. But I did get pictures of him today, and he is done. Now, his head was off when I got the pictures, but I'm sure it would be put back on very quickly, and I believe, fingers crossed, that he'll be shipping out to me tomorrow. And I'm very fortunate that the shipping from Wendy Graham, the shipping method she uses, gets him her babies pretty much door to door in 2 days, maybe 3, from England. That's delivered to my house from the time it's picked up from hers. So I could hopefully have him back Wednesday. I'm really excited. It'll be kind of like getting a new baby, because I just had to send him off and put it out of my mind, and I had no concept of how long he would be gone, and I was worried about his safety, so I just really I just didn't even think about it, so that I wasn't, constantly thinking about it. And so now I'm adjusting to the idea that he'll be back, and it'll be almost like getting a new baby. So I'm really excited about that. So we have little Keanu here. I'm thinking about maybe going outside for the rest of the video with him, because he really shines in the daylight. Well, not shiny shines, but the depth of his skin tone. And my sweet little Ronin. He looks cute with this little cap. You can't see any of his hair. This guy, he's so tiny and he's so perfectly floppy, and his skin texture and his skin tone is just fantastic. He's got a lot of realism to him. I just love his eyebrows. I know I've said that before. Painted eyebrows, so awesome. Yeah, so let's see, what else have I been up to? Well, I'm doing a kind of a cleanse, I guess. I'm gonna see if I can pick him up and walk outside with him, because it's so gorgeous out. And I know we won't have the sun for much longer. I think if I just keep the camera on him, maybe you guys won't see my messy house. Yeah, so I'm doing, it's kind of like a kitchery cleanse. I'm doing just maybe a week. I mean, as long as I feel like doing it, really, but I'm thinking maybe a week. Tumo, do you want to come outside? Come on. It's been, I think it's like the mid to upper 40s today, which is really nice. Hang on. Okay. Yeah, so khichdi is an Indian dish, so it's kind of like an Ayurvedic thing, but it's a little counterintuitive, I'd say, especially to our American healthy way of thinking, but it's very easy on the digestive tract, and it's very warming, and and it helps to like reset digestion and all of that. So khichdi is like basmati rice. I'm using brown basmati rice and yellow split mung dal, which is the only one that actually helps like expel air from the intestines instead of trapping it. So it helps to like clear out. And then it's got lots of nice spices, ginger and coriander, cumin seeds, cardamom pods, turmeric. And then radish soup. This is the first time I've ever made it, and I actually made it today, and it's delicious. I love it. And then radishes help to get the toxins out. So you make a fresh batch of what you're eating every day, and then you don't eat the leftovers. The idea in the Ayurvedic way is that it doesn't actually, like, the life force of the food diminishes with leftovers. So you make one batch, you eat that for the day fresh, and then you make a new one the next day. So and radish helps to expel toxins. And then I'm taking triphala. And I have trikatu also. Those are herbs. Triphala helps with the GI tract. It's an herb. And I drink just warm or hot water. Plain, but mostly I'm drinking with lemon or ginger. And then I've been watching like marathons of Chopped, which is like hilarious when you think about why would I do that? I start restricting my food intake, and of course I'm still cooking for the rest of the family, and then I decide to watch marathons of cooking shows. But it's all good. It's a choice. And I haven't totally 100% not drunk my coffee. This is supposed to be a good time to really not do the caffeine, but I do have to watch the headaches. But I've not doing it in the morning, and I just had one small one in the middle of the day, small cup. So that's what's going on there. Reading a great book. I got halfway through many years ago, and I just started reading it again. It's called The Science of Changing Your Mind, I think is the subtitle. But it's by Dr. Joe Dispenza. He is a chiropractor, and he's also educated in neuroscience and several other studies of the brain. And he was in the movie What the Bleep. He had a very tragic accident happen when he was 26 years old. Super successful practice. He was in a triathlon. Lots of different things came together, lined up to put him there in the circumstances that he was in. But he ended up getting waved on into oncoming traffic and hit by a four-wheel drive vehicle. And broke his spine. I mean, they wanted to put steel rods in, Harrington rods into his spine, and that was like 4 consultations, all said the same thing. He had about 24 to 48 hours to make his choice before the bone started healing improperly. And then he'd have steel rods and pain for the rest of his life in his back. Or they said 3 to 6 months face down in a body cast, another 3 to 6 months in a full body brace, and then maybe he could walk again. But he had a couple things come together, and what he knew of the mind and the body and hypnosis, he was willing to take a chance. And he basically used his mental focus to communicate with the energy that made the body, and reconstructed his spine through meditation and focus, and was back on his feet in 10 weeks, back at his chiropractic practice in 11 weeks, and back training physically by 12 weeks. So he's dedicated his life after that, both to his practice and to studying the science of the mind, the power of the mind. So very, always have been very inspired by him ever since the first time that I ever heard his story. And I have his book, and I came across an interview with him from 2010. I've listened to it probably 12 times since, and I've been doing morning and evening meditations from him too. So I'm very interested in how we become addicted to emotion, and how that is actually a brain function, and how the science of changing the mind, and how changing the mind changes the body. yeah, some really phenomenal spontaneous healing stories and all of that, but also all the implications that come along with that. So, and neuroplasticity. Oh, he's holding one of my hairs. I don't know if I can get it while I'm holding the camera here. There we go. So it's interesting as I go through that, the mental processes, because with the meditations, the morning meditation, you are thinking about creating a picture of like what, this like intention, this state of being that you want to be. And then the idea is like, what would a person in that role, like how would they be, and what would their internal environment be? They found a lot of, anger and stress and all of those things, really contribute to disease and activating the genes, turning on the genes for disease in your internal environment. And also, the idea, the inverse idea of that, of course, is that if you can change your internal environment to, reverse or prevent disease also. But then also, like living the life you want to live, like what would that person be like? How would they think? How would their emotions be? And you sort of like visualize that, and you also look at what behaviors you are and are not going to include. And at the end of the day, from a very focused, elevated state, you then review how you did during the day and what adjustments you're going to make, and then you go right to sleep. So I've been doing that, and it's funny. It's not really funny, but it is funny to see like how because you become aware of your thoughts, you kind of become separate from them. And so it's interesting for me to name my thought processes and my patterns, the things that I say to myself or mutter to myself or get angry about. And now I'm like very aware when I do it, because it's like, that's where I fell from grace, like, and now I'm gonna have to recount for that later. But it also, you start to form some separation between those thoughts and yourself. And I'm interested to see where it goes. And it's always awesome to do something for yourself, especially for us women who make so much of our lives about other people and pleasing other people. And let's face it, no matter what you do, you're not about pleasing other people. People are either pleased or not pleased. It's based on them. So you could do everything or you could do nothing. And some people are just going to find a problem with you anyway. So you got to freaking live your life for yourself too. You can't forget yourself in that, because life is short. And yeah, all awesome stuff. So anyway, just hopping on for a quick video. Hopefully I will be able to come back on Wednesday and do a little reveal, and you guys can see the new and improved Niklaus. I'm really excited for that. Kind of hoping the box comes when my husband is working, just so that I don't even have to explain anything, because whatever, doesn't matter either way. I'm really excited to show it. He looks cute. It's subtle, so that is about it. Come over here and show you the Tumo, who's laying in the grass. There he is. Hoping the grass turns green again soon. I think we can go ahead and mow now that the snow is melted and the ground is not soaking wet. Yeah, so that's about it. I hope you guys had a wonderful St. Patrick's Day yesterday. We did absolutely nothing to celebrate. I'm wearing green today, though. Hope the rest of your Sunday's awesome. If you watch The Walking Dead, don't forget about that tonight. And wishing everybody a super safe and awesome week. Look forward to seeing and hearing from you, and then I'm watching your videos too. Until then, much love and bye for now.